Hey guys, it's Laurie from Cook Soap Craft, and today I'm sharing my layouts, my layout share, all the layouts that I made during the month of July, which wasn't actually a whole lot. I kind of slowed things down this month, which is fine. Maybe in August I will create a little bit more, or I'll just feel more creative, I guess. I'm not really sure what got me down a little bit number-wise of layouts in July, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to showcase most of the layouts that I made. There are a couple that I did this month that I can't show you yet because they're for design team stuff or guest design team stuff. So those are going to be coming up in the future. So definitely make sure that you subscribe below to this channel so you see those process videos, and also follow me on social media and the blog so that you see even more of the scrapbook layouts that I have been creating. So this one was one that I did for the Monochromatic Fanatic Challenge in the Paper Issues Facebook group, the Friends and Fans Facebook group. And also, if you shop at the Paper Issues store, use my code LARS when you check out for 20% off your order. The color theme for July was red, which is perfect for this photo that I had as a Christmassy kind of photo of me meeting the Target Bullseye dog last year at a Target holiday event. This paper was actually in the July Paper Issues kit, and it's got, I don't know if you can see, it's got watermelons on the other side, so it was very summery, but I just decided to use it for a Christmas layout. It's just red and white. So even though, that's what I like about sometimes when you get papers, one side might be a little themey, but the other side, like this, is kind of like generic. You can use it for anything, so I used it for a Christmas layout. I also, oh, my bread is sticking to that. I made this layout last year at the Stampin' Scrapbook Expo, and so I finally had a photo to add to it. So we used like some punches to make those hearts, and I can't remember the paper pack that we used. I think this might be Echo Park or Photoplay. Sometimes they have very similar things. So I finally just added a photo here of us at Halloween last year, which begs the question, will there be Halloween this year? I don't know. This was just, the pocket pages of our Disney trip last year. I had these 4x6 pocket pages that I wanted to use up, and then these were just like some leftover photos. I did a separate Disney album where I put all like the A-side photos, but I still had some of these, and I thought, you know what, why don't I just make this page and put this in our regular album, just so we kind of like, if we're going through the regular album, we're like, oh yeah, we did Disney, and I think I even wrote more pics in the main album. So this is just like a taste. This I actually bumped up on some craft foam on the outside of the pocket, which is a trick that I learned at Stamp and Scrapbook Expo last year. This is a layout I just did. I don't even know what I was doing it for. Was it for a challenge? I have no idea, but it used just basically a lot of yellow. Yellow stuff from my stash, and it's just a photo of me and my daughter last year on National Teddy Bear Day. Used to be able to go to Build-A-Bear Workshop and get like a cheap $10 teddy bear. I don't know if they're going to do that again this year, but you might have seen this one already. I did this for the This or That challenge in the Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group. Definitely come along and play, because there are a lot of challenges going on there, and some new challenges are starting this month. So this one just used a bunch of old simple stories, creative embellishments, fancy pants designs, and it was really a lot of fun to put that one together. This was for another scrapbook challenge, and I can't remember where. Did I write it on the back? No, of course I did not. But I wanted to do this kind of photo collage. These are photos. My daughter really likes to take pictures with my digital camera, and so she took these pictures of me, and I wanted to do some type of page where it was like, the way she sees me. So I titled it In Her Eyes. And this was I think this was a Scrap Our Stash challenge, because we had to use a word and come up with a scrapbook supply for each letter of the word. So I had hexagons. I did happy hexagons. I think maybe arrow, patterned paper, polka dots, and yarn, a yarn bow. I think that's what I did. So anyway, that's what that layout was about. This is another one. I think I put this one up on the blog. I did this as a So I guess sort of a sketch challenge. Scrapbook of Cards Today magazine had a spring sketch in their spring issue, and so this is what I created. Finally getting around to playing around with that, because obviously the summer issue has been out for quite some time already. So maybe in the fall I'll do the summer sketch. What was cool about this is that behind the photos I've got this weird like wire mesh thing going on. This was from a scrapbook kit a scrapbook page kit that my mom gave me, and I didn't use it on that layout as suggested, but I thought it was just a really cool element, so I used it on here. And these are just photos from a donut 5K that I did last year. This was our family photo from Thanksgiving last year, and I used some American Crafts Jen Hadfield product. Most of this stuff came from the Paper Issue store, just FYI. And I just, did a lot of layering, bumping things up, throwing in some twine as well. What else can I say about that? I did put this on Instagram, so make sure you're following me there because I'm sharing a lot of scrapbook stuff there as well. This was based on I think a Scrap Lift Sunday at Paper Issues. So I finally, I'm going through our October or Halloween photos, finally getting those done, just taking some of the bits and pieces that I had left of the paper scraps and using those as strips. And I still had some embellishments and stickers. This is actually a Harry Potter photo play cardstock background that I just coordinated with, because it looked kind of like nighttimey spooky. I just coordinated with the rest of these papers that I had. This one is also not up on the blog, but this is for a Paper Issues challenge. I think it was a sketch challenge. I can't really remember, but these are photos from our trip to Chicago last year. And again, using the July Mayberry kit from Paper Issues. It's sort of summery. These pictures were taken in the fall, but it's like baseball, and just using them in a way that's not so, like some of the was from like the 4th of July, very 4th of July themed papers, but I'm using them in a not so 4th of July way. This one was also for a challenge, the Zoom, Zoom, Zoom challenge in Paper Issues. So I chose to do a photo of a Zoom screenshot of from a Zoom call that I did with my coworkers. So I don't remember if I put this on the blog or not, but this is definitely on Instagram as well. So you can find out more about the products that I used on this one. Another one from Paper Issues, I think this was the sketch challenge. These were my daughter at the Nourished Festival last year. Lots of circles here on the sides, which was kind of a challenge. I actually used some of the packaging from my Paper Issues shipment, I guess you would say. And I created circles with the twine or the ribbon, the yarn that's there, the embroidery floss, that's what it is. And then there were some circle embellishments that came in the June Paper Issues kit that I used as well. So, and then just punching kind of like different sizes of those circles to sort of create like some type of layered look. That's what I was going for there. This is for the Let's Get Sketchy challenge in July. Love the way this came out. This is actually an Echo Park Making Magic collection, the Disney collection, but obviously we're not at Disney in this photo, we're at McDonald's, which is why I titled it Loving It. And I just love that it's like so minimal, and it just really, I think, makes a huge impact when you're looking at the photo. It just really kind of draws everything right here. So I love the way that layout turned out. This one I did for my very first Paper Issues live. So make sure you go to the Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group so you can see the whole live schedule. Every week there's a new schedule. A bunch of different design team members come in twice a month, and we create pages. So I made this one using watercolors. This was a Scrap Lift Sunday challenge, and I used watercolors to make these little like rays, and then I just used some some simple stories and some Heidi Swapp glitter letters to create the rest of it. So yeah, if you missed the live, you can obviously go back to the Facebook group and watch it. It won't be live, but you can still watch it and see what I did. And if you want to see another live, then go to the group and you'll see me there. And the last one, this is actually a scrap lift of a Lisa Dickinson page from the spring Scrapbook Cards in Today magazine. So this is actually popped up on some craft foam, so the heart is, and then all the buttons and the circle pieces of paper. I did a lot of circles this month. All of these circles are kind of tucked underneath it. And this reminds me of something that I did 2 years ago at Stampin' Scrapbook Expo. We also did a big giant heart, and it was popped up from the page. And it's such a cool technique. I don't know why I don't do something like this more often with shapes. The heart I just freehanded and cut out. I mean, I could trace like a big circle. You could do another square and pop that up. Any shape that you want to do, you can do with something like this. So I think it's it was a really great kind of reminder of this technique. And that's going to do it. Stay tuned, like I said, to the YouTube channel and the blog, because there's going to be lots more scrappy goodness coming up. Beginning of August, there are some challenges with White with One that I have a process video for. And the Challenge Yourself blog has another challenge, so there'll be a process video for that as well as other paper issues process videos. So stay tuned, give this video a thumbs up, like, click subscribe below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Happy scrapping.